Welcome everyone. Today we're going to look at the library budget for the 2017-2018 school year. We have a proposed budget of $1,200. Of that money, we're going to spend most of it in fiction, and the reason is because that is our highest circulation of books. So we're going to spend about $700 in that section. We will mostly do print books because that's the preferred format for students. We will buy some ebooks too, and those will go into Overdrive. Luckily, we share our Overdrive account with the rest of the district, so that's 78 more campuses that will also be purchasing books, and so the students will have a nice selection of ebooks. Of the leftover money, we are going to spend $100 in each of the cores. That's my math, science, history, and English. And then another $100 in computer science because that is where the job market is going. If you look at our collection analysis records, and over here we're looking at the additions that need to be made, the highest number is in general fiction, so it makes sense that we would spend the majority of our money here. And that says $43.17. So that's a lot of books that need to be purchased. We cannot purchase that amount, but we can at least add the most of our money to it to try to increase the number. When looking at literature and rhetoric, you see that we are in need of about 1,600 books. When looking to our math and science, it is 1,200. But also, if you come over here and you look at the average age, which is 2005, that is very old for math and science books. So it makes sense that we would definitely spend money here. Looking at our history, we have another 2,600 when it comes to adding books. And then lastly, for our computer science, we have technology and we have computer science. And in those, we have 1,000 and we have 209. So we definitely want to add to those. And again, the year says a lot. The average age of that collection is 2008, and you know the way technology changes, so definitely we need to update that section as well. When looking at our circulation statistics, we have in the district had the highest numbers at times, and at other times we've been close to the lowest. And if you look at December, here we were only open 1 week because of testing and because of the holidays. So that somewhat explains our numbers, but what we want to do is we really want to get those numbers up, and that's why we want to increase our fiction section so that we're getting the kids in there, they're getting the books they want. And then, of course, we also want to help the curriculum and get books in those different areas when it comes to the cores and it comes to state testing and all of that information, and as well AP testing. When you look at our Excel spreadsheet of the budget, and I'm actually going to go into the spreadsheet because it'll be more detailed. Here we have the books that we will purchase for fiction. And again, that is the bulk of our money, and they are the newest titles. They are mostly in print. When we got down to about $500, that's when we started to add some other language books, and in this case, we did Spanish. We spent another $100 in books for that. We have a LEP population of about 400 students out of 2,400, so we definitely need to have those Spanish books in our library. Here is where we purchased ebooks in fiction. Again, we spent another $100, but like I said before, because all campuses are doing this and we share the wealth, that will give students a nice collection of books. When it came to math, we talked about testing, and one of the important tests that students take is the SAT, and they're always looking for additional help when it comes to the math section. So I found a book that covers that. Subject area wise, we have geometry and algebra. Algebra is our state testing, so definitely want to include a book on that. And then when we're looking at history books, a popular subject area is the Holocaust, so we found a book on that. Also, North Korea happens to be in the news right now, so we have a title that will support that. We cover the American Revolution, and we also cover geography. as some of our history courses. So there are additional books when it comes to those subjects. When we're looking to science, a lot of students take the AP chemistry exam, and they also take the AP physics exam. So those books are here. There are books on chemistry, anatomy and physiology, and then also biology. These are other courses that are offered in the science department. Looking to English, I purchased a book for both the literature exam and the language exam. They take the literature AP exam in 12th grade, and then they take the AP language exam in 11th grade. I also found some books when it comes to writing. Students have to do persuasive writing on their tests. So here's a book for selling your pitches. A little more fun as far as writing goes when it comes to persuasive writing. So that's why I chose this one. Next is a book on writing prompts to help teachers when it comes to those lessons. And here's a book on poetry. A lot of kids, are kind of turned off by poetry, so I found one that had to do with song and rap. And then our last subject area that we're purchasing books is computer science. And the reason we're doing that is because that is where the job market is going. There's going to be more jobs in the future than there are people who will be able to fill those jobs. And one of the things that we're doing at Pasadena High School is we are adding computer science classes next year. And they do want students taking that AP computer science exam. So I found a book on that. And then I also found some books on just the basics of computer science, which have to do with coding and web design. So that concludes our presentation and how we will spend our library budget at Pasadena High School. Thank you very much.